Hey guys. Hey guys, sorry I didn't film yesterday. Yesterday was a really long day. Like, it wasn't tiring, it was just long. And I don't really know why. But I want to make this video and talk about dance and also talk about two videos that are coming soon. So not tomorrow, but next Monday, I have a video coming, which is a packing and in the car bag, because not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday is Dream Tour, which that day you will get a Get Ready With Me video, and I kind of have an idea for the outfit, but I might do a different outfit. Because the main part of, so basically, I originally planned out an outfit which is my JoJo Dream Tour jacket from when I went last time. And I also had these JoJo pants picked out, and then a JoJo dress. But now I'm having second thoughts about the dress. It looks nice, but I feel like the outfit, I'm not sure. But not completely a no to it yet. But I will, get ready and do, makeup. I have a JoJo workshop tattoo. Don't worry, it comes off. And that can be fun. So you're going to get those videos. I want to talk about dance. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Because dance is going really good. I feel like I should have it hard with dance. I say this because my mom is very hard with me with dance. She gives me corrections and when she sees a mistake, because I want her to do that, and she knows that. She knows that if I mess up on something and I want to know it, I don't want you to be like, oh, you did amazing. I'm the type where I want her to tell me, hey, that leg wasn't straight. Hey, that foot wasn't pointed. Or give me my corrections. It's only making me better. Then you have my dad. He doesn't really say much about dance. He just knows I love it and that he keeps letting me do it because it's what I love, and he knows that I have a chance at it. And he knows that I love it and I have a good chance at actually making it a career and stuff. Then we have myself. I am extremely hard on myself. I will make a mistake in class, for an example, I fell out of my turn. I'll fall out of my turn. And I will make myself do that turn 10 more times. 10 times perfectly. Or the best I can get it. And if I mess up in one of those 10 times, it starts all over again. So, if I mess up on number 7, then I do 10 more turns. And so on until I have 10 in a row that look amazing. Ignore that sound. Sam's in the room. For some reason, he's licking his paw. I don't know why. He does that sometimes. Where he'll just randomly lay down and start licking his paw. Nothing going on. I don't. And at this point, I just let him because he likes doing it for no reason. And I'm extremely hard on myself. I will say I am the hardest person on myself when it comes to dance. And I feel like part of that is because I'm a perfectionist. I'm the type where I like everything to be perfect. And when it comes to my dancing, And when it's not, I get annoyed with myself about it. And when I physically cannot, like, fix why it's not perfect, like, or, like, amazing, it drives me crazy. Like, I'm the type where, like, I just like being perfect, and that's not really a bad thing, I feel like. It just means I work really hard to make it perfect. And so, yeah, that, then we have Abby. Abby, generally, I feel like Abby is hard on me, like, she gives me corrections, but she also gives me a lot more positive and compliments. She gives me more than, I will say, everyone in my entire life combined. And that sounds bad, but it's actually not. Because people, like, family and stuff, like they're never rude to me or anything, but Abby, for some reason, gives me an excessive amount of compliments, and she constantly, I feel like a big majority of what comes out of her mouth, that she's telling me is like, your compliments are like, oh, you did this good, or like good work, or oh, like, we can fix this, but for the most part, that will just fix over time. And so, she just gives me an insane amount of, like, compliments and good feedback. And I feel like that's good because of, it balances everything out. And what I mean by that is it balances it out because I'm extremely hard on myself. And with the mixture of that and, like, the corrections, which I actually look at corrections as a positive, not a negative, because it's only making me a better dancer. So, like, because of that, it balances everything out, so that works. Because I feel like if it was too much negative, then I would never want to quit dance over, like, a negative thing. So it, like, balances it out perfectly. And I feel like she can tell on the when I'm struggling, like, if that makes, like, I don't really struggle with, like, confidence or anything like that. Not something that I, like, would say, like, I do. But there is times every once in a while where I'll, like, be dancing or something and be like, oh, like, I'll get annoyed with myself. Not like, oh, me being unconfident. It's me getting annoyed with myself because I know I can make it 1,000 times better than what's actually happening. So I get annoyed with myself. That's just me being hard on myself. And that's what works best. And I feel like when those days really start to happen, and, like, Abby will say something the opposite, and it will, like, she'll be like, oh, that was good, and I'm like, and it fixes the whole thing, even though the whole thing doesn't always need to be fixed, but it's still good. Like, it's still good. It's that, like, reminder that, like, I'm doing good, even though I'm only seeing the correction and the negative. I'm doing good, and it's good that I'm seeing the negative. Because the negative is making me work a lot harder. And, and so, like, that's something I'll say is yesterday in class, there was something that happened that was kind of, like, exciting for me. Is that yesterday in class, as Abby, like, we were doing something, I think it's called a butterfly stretch, where we, like, put our feet, like, this, and it can actually lead to multiple stretches. It can lead to what's called a heel stretch. Let me actually, like, it can lead to, you're supposed to straighten your leg in that, but, like, it can lead to multiple things, like a heel stretch, or we'll do that, and then we'll, like, stretch all the way over our legs. Like, there's so many things. And every single person got a correction. She got to me and went like, good job, Lolly. And I'm like, and I feel like that's because I'm really used to this. Like, I've done this since literally my first ever dance class at, like, a recreation civic center type place. And literally, I'm not joking, like, I've been doing it since, like, that was one of the first things, and actually thinking about it, I think it was the first thing we learned. Because at the beginning we did some stretching, and then we, like, didn't anymore, and that was fun. And so, like, that situation, so I'm really used to it, and I've been working on it for a really long time, and I feel like because I'm aware of every single detail with that, and what I mean by that is, like, there's, like, some of the kids, or some of the people on there, and their corrections were, like, their feet were, like, their feet were too far away from their body, like, it was, like, too far out. And then, like, for some people, like, it was corrections about posture and, like, slouching. Like, because I'm aware of every single thing, I'm the type of person where I take awareness, like, I literally, well, I don't mean that, like, I am aware of every single thing, and I make sure every single thing is exactly how it's supposed to be. And from my posture to how far away my legs are, or what my arms are doing, what my head's doing, and am I slouching, like, I try to, like, every single thing, and I am aware of, and I make sure every single thing is how it's supposed to be. And because of that, and I can do it fast. Like, that's the thing that is one of the things I love about myself, of many things, is that I pick up fast, and I know when I'm dancing, like, I can instantly fix something, like, extremely fast, to where you almost don't even notice it was wrong. Hey, Sam. Come here. Come. You know the rules. No touch the merch. Lay down. Like, I don't know if I want to lay down right here. Like, I'm thinking I might go. Here. Here. Let me move you. Lay down. Good boy. Let me adjust. Okay. I'm just fed out, like, this first. I have to deal with Sam being right here, but okay. It's back to this Sam. Go follow his Instagram, Baby Sammy for life. Also known as baby_Sammy_ for life. So, like, I fix things fast, and I love that. And so, like, and that's something that I love. And yesterday, actually, like, here's the thing. For a really long time, I was thinking about making a video, like, get ready for dance with me, but since I dance at home on Zoom, like, there really isn't much to it. So literally, like, the only thing that I do is, like, the only few things I do is, number one, sometimes I change into, like, dance clothes. Number two, is that, like, sometimes I'll, like, quickly, like, fix my hair, but, like, it's just, like, I'll take out of a ponytail. I'll, like, use my hand to just kind of comb it back a little bit and put in a new ponytail that looks a little more decent. And then number three is that sometimes, well, this started as of yesterday. Okay, I like, logged on. Well, I always log on, but, like, That's number 3, is I log on. This always happens. But then, leading to number 4, which is what started yesterday, I went on the dance hammock. I literally, once I was logged on, I turned, made sure my camera was off, and I went on the dance hammock for, 30 seconds, I want to say, just real quick. And then another thing that I sometimes do is sometimes I'll spend, the last, 2 or 3 minutes, sometimes even 4 minutes, before class starts, because I always log on, 30 minutes early, usually. And I'll stretch. I'll literally just, I stretch or I'll do, a little bit of a warm-up. And I, do it with my camera on. I get people, and I do it to for multiple reasons. Number 1, it's doing me some good. Stretching, warming up, that's doing me good, and it's getting me a head start on dance. That extra boost. Number 2, to psych people out. And that's something I'll say is that, I'm going to talk about something, and that was kind of hard for me at one point in a minute dance related, but, I generally, and that sounds rude to psych people out, but that's a normal thing in dance. In dance, everyone is trying to do whatever they can to get ahead, to be the best in the class, to get in other people's heads, psyching them out, get them nervous. That's a normal thing in dance. And I happen to be really good at it because I'm talented, not trying to be braggy here, there's definitely some styles that, I wish I was a little bit better at, but also I don't really, what I mean by that is nobody, no dancer is, perfect at everything, there's always flaws sometimes, but I feel like I'm really talented, according to Abby. So it's not me, bragging my thing. It's just generally if you all, were in my head and you knew, kind of what goes on in my head as I'm dancing and the level of hardness that I am on myself, you would be it's good that I'm trying to keep my, channel a little more positive and not so much oh, I need to fix this, I need to fix this, oh, this was just the worst thing ever, I never want to do it that terrible again, and this can be fixed. And that's not me being rude, that's not me pulling myself down, it's just, that's how dance works. You gotta, be aware of, the mistakes that you make and the negative, so you can fix it and be even better. Because once you're aware of it and you're aware that it needs fixing, I feel like once you fix it, it just gets me so excited when I fix a mistake. I get so excited because it's I'm only that much better now. And so, that I generally love. I'm hard on myself, but in a good way. But the thing that I wanted to say was, hard for me was figuring out how to manage having dance friends and competing up against them. I have 3 dance friends. I have Linnea, as you all know, I mentioned her before. She's a fabulous little dancer. And I would say, we're friends, but I feel like we're friends and we talk every once in a while, but we're not, crazy, best friends, but we're still, we're friends. We're the sort of friends that, I feel not much ever happens, far than, conversation. We, DM with each other here and there, and we're nice with each other, and we're still, kind of, we're still friends, but, it's not, if, something happened, which nothing ever happened, but if something were to happen, it wouldn't be this huge thing. And, then I have two other dance friends. And if you're all wondering, what happened, to Eva, nothing really happened. I don't really know. I just know, all I really know is that I got blocked. Nothing, was said. And that's all you ever need. That's literally all I know. And that's all that is there. So nothing ever happened. And I feel that's just kind of how it was. Since nothing really happened word for word. Or, and nothing ever really did happen. Just randomly thought her account messed up. Went on one of my other accounts, found out it wasn't. I was blocked. I blocked her back. And that's all that happened. And it never needs to be brought up again, because it never will be. But I have two other, dance friends, and I feel luckily with Linnea, I didn't really have to compete up against her much. There was a little bit of a time period, and what I mean by that is, everyone in dance class, in competition. Everyone trying to be the best in the class. And so, yeah, it's the sort of thing that, luckily we didn't have to compete much. Actually, now that I think about it, I think we didn't even compete up against each other. Yeah, we never competed up against each other. So I never went through that, because the last worldwide she did. And, we kind of, I went oh, I knew she was on there and stuffed around. But it wasn't until, actually, it wasn't until, right after, or, worldwide was done. We thought it had, one more, class. And, so me and, her and, a couple other people logged on, and then, no teacher ever logged on, and then we found out, that had ended, and that when we, kind of became, not really, best friends, or, really, really close friends, but we became friends. That's, we're friends, and we're nice to each other, but it's not, a best friend situation. And I feel like it's the sort of thing that may never become a best friend situation. And I generally say that because of the fact that, we DM, but, it's the sort of thing where it's not set out to, be best friends, but it's set out to be friends, and not, anything negative. And if she's watching this, and she decides one day, hey, I would be best friends with her, then I'm not against it. But once generally I want to talk about kind of how I met two other friends. They are sisters. Go follow their Instagram, Gymnastics Nominees. And they also both have they have one, Allie something or other. Or I'm gonna have to check the last part of it. I think it might be Allie underscore, I'm not 100% sure. And then there's Sophie something or other. Or I'm gonna have to check that again. But go follow Gymnastics Nominees. So one of there can join Instagram. Or I think they I'm gonna have to check that again. Because I know they also have one, Allie and Sophie, but they are incredible dancers, and they are actually ALPC dancers, I'm not in person, but I don't fully understand. I don't fully know the situation because they're not in person, but they're ALDC dancers. Like, so that's kind of like what I mean is like kind of how I became friends with them. I'm gonna tell you the full story of the tea because I don't think they know the first part of the story, and it's kind of a like good part of the story. So Abby and a couple, Abby, Gianna, and a teacher that we used to have, Miranda, all fabulous teachers, or all like in their class have talked about like picking someone, and like what they mean by that is like picking someone, like looking at the screen and picking someone that is a good dancer to kind of push us to be a better dancer. Meaning like we do something and then we like kind of quickly look and see what they're doing, and it's like a good way to it's a good way to push ourselves, and it's friendly competition, and so generally I I noticed they were on there, like they seemed very nice, and so generally only the person that I originally picked from the first worldwide no longer was doing it. I don't think, because I never saw them on there again, and I didn't really know who they were. Like, I knew, like, their Zoom name, and that was about it. And stuff. And so, like, at that point, there was, like, a time period where, like, I didn't have someone picked out, and then I found, like, and they started doing it, and I actually went back and forth, and then I realized since they shared the same, like, screen, I went, like, I'm just gonna pick both of them. So now, I see this, and they're probably watching this, like, what? Like, so now, whenever I'm dancing, and this started, like, I did this, and then, like, before we became, like, friends or anything, I instantly, like, my eyes always went towards them, because they're really talented dancers. Then I, like, picked them, basically, like, in my head, whenever I would dance, and to this day, this still happens. I generally, like, I'll do something and dance, and I'll kind of quickly see what they're doing. And, like, I used to have friendly competition. And at first it was, like, fine, it was, like, friendly competition. But also at first it was kind of, like, actual, like, competition, like, at a dance competition, because we didn't know each other, like, anything like that. Two amazing dancers. And then what happened was then this one day, and I forget, I think this one day I saw, like, Abby was promoting their Instagram because they posted a video from class, and I clicked on it, started following them. Soon later they started following me, and then instantly, this one day, like, I forget what was. I think they like replied to one of my stories. Like, I think. Oh wait, I know what it was. I posted a video from dance class doing a combo or something. He's here, and they liked it, and then they replied like, they DM'd me. Hey Sam, I love you. But they like DM'd me like, hey, like, cause I posted it on my Instagram story, like, and my actual Instagram, not just my story, and they replied, hey, you're a good dancer, and like and then we just started, like, nothing came from that at first, and then I want to say like a few months ago, like over a month, like I was nope, I feel like it was like a month, maybe month and a half ago. Not exactly sure. or like we started DMing like more like I just back and forth like DMing like nothing bad, like it was constantly like, oh, you guys did good in dance today, like you looked amazing, and then they would like reply like, thank you, you also did amazing, like, and then finally I straight up just like at this point we already pretty much like knew we were friends, but wasn't like word for word confirmed. And finally I DM'd them and went like, hey, do you want to be friends? Like, we do what we need to do in dance, but be friends. And then they literally replied, absolutely. And that was our, like, entire, like, how it started. And we just been friends. So I don't think they knew that I actually had chose them and was watching them in dance class to make myself a better dancer. And now it's like a good back and forth. It's like it went from like actual like competition to like friendly competition that like was more like on a friendship way. But it was really weird for me to compete up against my friends at first. And then finally I realized I went like we like kind of at this point I went like we agreed that we'll do what we need to do in class and then outside of class is when like the actual friendship is inside of class. We're like friends but we're also competitors. And then I finally worked it out like in my head and now it's normal. Peace out. Hopefully I don't think they'll mind. Cause, and what I mean by that is like generally only like they're like nice people, and like so it's the sort of thing where don't worry, they have public accounts, and I'm only helping them grow followers at this point on with this video, so that's fine.